Coach Kleiman decided to start a tradition with sledgehammers. We got together as captains and team leaders and decided on kind of some of the words that we want to have engraved on the sledgehammers to kind of be the foundation, the words we want to define our football program. And one of those was to have a dog mentality. And I got that hammer. So I was trying to think of somebody who just made a great play or multiple plays that was very impressive and was playing aggressive. So I didn't hesitate to give it to J.A. I felt like that play he made where he stripped it in, scooped and scored was a tremendous play in the game that changed I wouldn't say momentum, but just you could tell how excited our football team was, and it was a special moment in the game, and I felt like he deserved that, and that's why I chose J.A. to give that to him.
What do you think those items, I guess, or add to a program in terms of just just another incentive, just something to get jazzed up about in the locker room?
Yeah, well, it brings our team together as well, because it shows that you're seeing your teammates' success and you're recognizing them in front of the football team. Denzel, he presented the hammer to the whole scout team. Adam Holtorf gave the hammer to the whole second offensive line that came in and drove the ball down and went and scored. It just shows that leaders and captains on our football team that we are recognizing the work that maybe some guys necessarily don't get as much of the spotlight as some other people do, and that just naturally just brings our team together. And I think that's really cool that Coach Kleiman came up with that idea, and we're just going to continue to carry it on, and it'll be good for us.
How juiced is this team to duplicate the success of Saturday and build one day upon one good day?
Yeah, well, it's going to be huge for us. I think what we've been trying to emphasize to our football team as leaders and Coach Kleiman is that last week is in the past. It's a new week. We got a new football game ahead of us. We played well. We won. That's great, but that's in the past now. And as Coach Messingham said the night before our first game is, this is chapter one. Before we played Nicholls State. How is this chapter? How do we want to write this chapter? And Friday he's gonna say the same thing, but this is chapter two. There are different sections in the book of our season this year, and we just got to be prepared. We can't be satisfied. I think the challenge for us this week is that for Nicholls we had a couple weeks to prepare for those guys. This week we have one, and that's going to be a challenge for us, and we're really going to have to focus on the details and practice well this week, and make sure that we're preparing ourselves because the time is scrunched a little bit more. So, Bowling Green came off of a big win as well. They're going to have a lot of confidence coming in here. And we're just going to have to replicate the energy that we brought to the field on Saturday and just play with confidence. And I'm going to do my best to carry that over. I'm challenging myself to be better than I was last week. I think that's, I played, pretty well, but I left things out in the field that, I want to be perfect. That's I know that's probably not going to be the case to be perfect in a football game, but that's why we work. That's why we put in the time that we do to try to be perfect. So that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to try to lead our football team into doing this week.
Are you going to let your guys play some defense this week?
Man, I don't know. It was funny because I woke up the next day on Sunday and was talking to Denzel, and he was asking me how I was feeling, my body, and I was telling him I was a little sore, and I asked him how he was feeling. He was like, man, I only played 22 plays. I feel pretty good. He said I felt worse after our practice, honestly. But, I think we're going to take pride in having ball control on offense and controlling the clock and getting first downs and keeping our defense off the field to where they can be fresh. So I think, that's going to be our goal again this week is to own the possession, time in the game, and get a lot of first down, score points in the red zone, not turn the ball over. And then when those guys get on the field, they're going to take pride in playing together, playing hard, running the football, and getting turnovers. So hope we can keep them off the field, but I know that, you know, for whatever reason, if we have a little hiccup here and there, that they're going to play well and be ready to go.
How comfortable did you feel behind that offensive line on Saturday?
I felt good. I always feel comfortable behind those guys. They're a great group of guys that have a lot of experience, and they work hard and smart. You know, and I trust those guys with everything I got, and that gives you a lot of comfort back there throwing the football and knowing that you're going to be protected. There's a couple times where, you know, they sent, you know, a pressure where we got a back getting out in the, you know, a route to where a guy was coming free, but you know that comes down to me understanding where my protection's at and knowing where my hot throws are going to be at and whatnot. But you know, Coach Riley, our offensive line coach, does a great job of preparing those guys and helping me understand of what we want to do versus a certain pressure. Or where's my problem going to be? And Coach Klein does the same thing, just preparing me for those situations. And you know, this is going to be a challenge this week with Bowling Green. They're, you know, I would say more of a pressure team than Nichols. Yeah, I have no idea how they're going to play us, but we just got to be prepared for whatever they throw at us and be ready to protect ourselves if they do pressure us and whatnot. This is going to come down to just watching film, being prepared for whatever they might give us, because they got a new D coordinator from Louisville. So, and I mean, they didn't have a lot of defensive plays from this game last weekend. So, been watching a lot of that and just trying to prepare ourselves the best we possibly can.